friends, and welcome to Metal World channel. Today we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Subodh Panchal. Mr. Panchal has been active in foundry industry for last 30 years. He has been past president of Institute of Indian Foundrymen. He has been a council member of World Foundry Organization, also China Foundry Association, and also BRICS Foundry Association. He also runs his own business, Castwell Industries. He is managing partner. So, welcome Mr. Subodh Panchal to our show.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chandekar.
And sir, I would like to ask you my first question. What is the situation of foundry industry in the present COVID-19 crisis?
Yeah, very bad. It is just like a kaleidoscope. Every day, every moment, pattern is being changed. For most of the places, foundries have started production, minimal production, but it will take some time to come in a gear.
And when the lockdown will be lifted, when the lockdown will be lifted, in what way the foundry industry is expected to respond? Will it come to the normal production level, or will it gradually come, and what are the hurdles?
In my opinion, the entire scenario has changed, which nobody at a government level also might have presumed. This migration of the labor, the largest in the history of the world maybe, is going to play a big role.
Okay.
Foundries, at the moment, foundries also don't have the big schedules from the automobile and tractor industries, but it will start slowly. But I don't know whether workers who have gone to their villages will come back. And that is a main headache for all the foundries, how to reach to the normal level or break-even level of the production.
Okay. Yeah, that, I understand that is a very big problem. Secondly, sir, recently Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi has announced 20 lakh crores stimulus package to the industry. So what foundry has got out of it?
Zero.
Why, sir?
Well, I personally think his Prime Minister intention is just to pump the money in economy, not individual industry.
Okay.
There are maybe thousands of industries in India. Everybody cannot be supported.
I understand, sir. But he has done something for MSME, and most of the foundry units fall in MSME sector, isn't it?
No. The foundry industry comes in MSME, but that way more than 500 industries comes in MSME. Chemicals, garments, plastics, rubber, so many industries.
But anyway, I feel that he has done some effort in strengthening the finance side, supply side. But the main important problem with the foundry is, I suppose, is the demand side. As such, before the COVID-19 situation also, foundries were suffering a lot due to lack of demand from auto industry. So
right.
after the lockdown is lifted, what is going to be there for demand? How can we generate demand, sir? That is the biggest problem today.
Yeah, there are two sectors in automobiles. One is small vehicles, cars and other things that I don't think anybody will be planning immediately. They will wait, or they may go for the second-hand cars. That is what has happened in China also. Okay. And in a tractor industries, another factor will appear in a month. That is a monsoon. It all will depend on a monsoon again.
Okay. No, but see, some are saying that we should ban imports in order to support the Indian foundries. What is your opinion on that?
See, it is a two-way sword. If you want one castings, then next day casting user industry will also apply for the anti-dumping duty. So your pleasure will not long last.
Okay.
And you know how many channels you have to go through to ban one product or to increase the anti-dumping duty. Okay. You have to submit so many documents, and it has seen in the past also. The moment you apply for the castings, in past also 1 or 2 items have been anti-dumping duty was imposed. But within a month, next lobby, who is a casting user, they will also go, okay, why you are our product is becoming costly? Why you please remove the anti-dumping duty? So it is not a long way process, I believe.
Then what is the other option of increasing the demand? Is there any chance of exports?
Yeah, exports is there, but let me be very frank and blunt. Okay, after COVID, everybody was very much became emotional, and this thing that now entire business of China will be coming to India.
Mm-hmm.
A month back, in our group, I put my remarks that India will get only the spillover, and
Mm-hmm.
maximum business will go to the other Asian countries like Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Cambodia and other places, Vietnam, and
Why? Why so?
it has
Why
happened
so?
last week. I think
Why
that
so, sir?
big cup has been taken, a big cake has been taken away by the Indonesia.
But
Why?
why so, sir?
Why? Because there is a cultural comfort plus infrastructure wise,
Mm-hmm.
they are much better. Even though smaller countries, the world's largest Toyota foundry is in Thailand. Two
Mm-hmm.
foundries.
Okay.
Similar way, similar way, that entire way, the skilled labors and availability of skilled labors and quick decisions. In our country, the problem is our decisions are not very long term, and it is not honored by the incoming next party. That's the main problem for the foreigners.
Okay. Sir, what about the Indian quality? I mean, the castings of the quality of Indian castings.
Yeah, quality. See, we are. For example, if you consider rank-wise, first is China with about 49 million metric tons.
Okay.
Next is India about with a 30 million metric tons,
Mm-hmm.
and third is the US about 10 to 11 million metric tons.
Okay.
But in our 13 million tons, I think majority will be the sanitary castings,
Mm-hmm.
which traditionally being exported from East Bengal, Bengal and Calcutta side.
Okay.
The critical castings, I mean, like say steering knuckle and other things, there are very few exporters from India. And see, there are two segments. One foundry segment who is producing 1,000, 2,000 tons per month and above. They
Mm-hmm.
don't need support for the export.
Mm.
They have a capacity to spend the money for the travel, for the advertisement, to contact the people, to make the samples, and they have a patience also to develop the product for 1 or 2 years. But in other segment, there are foundries who is producing around 500 tons, and they are also willing to join the bandwagon for the
Mm-hmm.
export. For
Mm.
them, I think today's discussion we will focus on that, not for any individual foundries, but for the entire fraternity. Even
Absolutely.
smaller or medium level foundries, how they can be benefited and what are the ways to explore the market.
Mm-hmm. So in your opinion, sir, how much time it will take for foundry industry to come back to its original shape or come back on the track, say?
Well, say your current this thing level about 13 million tons can be achieved within 1 year. But
Mm-hmm.
if you want to make a growth,
Yeah.
then it will take some time. Chinese foundries will be affected, no doubt, but we should not underestimate the Chinese foundries and their capacity. I had visited one on invitation. I had visited one foundry park near Xi'an.
Mm-hmm.
Exact name of the place is Hancheng. It
Mm-hmm.
is in 100 kilometers area.
Okay.
And Chinese government has made the construct. They will make you the construction ready according to your design. They will give you the power. They will give you the water and all facilities. And you can pay the money after the installments will start after 5 years.
Okay.
So this kind of support they are giving. Another thing, nobody, I think very few may be knowing that China has installed a capacity of the 5 million tons in
Okay.
Belarus.
Mm-hmm.
Belarus is in the center of the Europe,
Okay.
and they will cater the surrounding countries like Poland, Romania, Bulgaria, Germany, and all this kind of things. So
Mm-hmm.
they have already developed the capacity outside China.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so these are the things. But
Yeah.
the world production, see, I will give you some figures. Last year, China produced 49.3 million tons,
Mm-hmm.
which was 1% minus than the previous year.
Okay.
Whereas India made 13.3 million tons.
Okay.
which shown the growth of 11%
Oh, that's good.
from the previous year. Similarly, USA also produced 13.3 million tons, which was plus by 10.75% than the previous year. So China at the moment is on a saturated this thing.
Okay.
There is no growth since the last 1 year. And now this COVID also will play a certain role to them. It is not that China is safe and only other world is closed. They also have a lot of problems.
Sir, one question. If the demand has to go away from China and you are saying that it will go to other Southeast Asian countries, what can Indian casting manufacturers do to bring the demand to India?
Now see, about around 6,500 companies have gone to Indonesia. But out of them, I don't think even 2% are the foundries. They all are in electronics or plastics or rubber or chemicals or that kind of industry.
Okay.
So India still have a chance to get the share, to earn the share. And
what should we do? What should we do? What should we do?
There are two ways. There are a couple of ways. For instance, to introduce any product in an export market, it's not that so easy. There are various ways. Some of I will see. One thing you understand that in auto sector plan 2016 to 2026, it is estimated that it will grow 3.5 to 4 times than the current level. So there is and it will reach to the 300 billion US dollars in value wise. So there is a big scope of increase in the demand. Now the question comes, if we make the joint efforts in the sense from the industry, from the government, and from the associations, all combined, we have to make about 5 years plan. Then only we will. Here, if we talk and discuss individual requirement, it has no sense.
Yeah.
If I give today, just now across the phone, procurement general manager of the Toyota in Detroit, or procurement of the General Motors in Mexico manager, I give the contact details, it will not serve any purpose. See, in our country, if you give the direct addresses, they will dump the queries, email left and right every day. And those failures will block your this thing. So we should go systematically.
Okay.
One this thing is, see, in China also I've seen industry and education. They are working hand to hand. We were also having the same scenario about 30, 40 years back.
Yes, yes.
Fortunately, we lost the track. Today, we don't see any IIT, we don't see any Indian Institute of Science, any of the industrial forum. So that's a problem. Whereas there, all retired professors and others, they help the industry like anything. And we have to study their system in depth. For instance, this ball pen is about say 2 rupees or 5 rupees. If you go from north to south or east to west of the China, you will not find a difference in offers even 0.5%.
Okay.
So that is a system they have given. Here, what happened in India? If one foundry quotes something, his neighbor will quote some different thing, and a smart customer in a digital way, they will take the advantage. So what is the system? I have some idea, but then we should study and try to implement as a group. Now, first and foremost thing is, in my opinion, we have to create a brand now at the moment. We think where is USA, where is Germany, where is France, where is Paris, etc., etc. Foreign buyers, you will surprise, they may not, many of them is not having an idea of the geography or demography of the India. They have heard about the India, but they not. Now it is a time. And as I said, here the government department or there are promotional councils also, like our Engineering Export Promotional Council is doing extremely well. They have increased their capacity and activity in last 10 years in multifold. But Here also one thing you should understand, Engineering Promotion Council means they represent more than 100 associations.
Absolutely.
Electric motor manufacturers, lathe manufacturers, machine
Hmm.
tool manufacturers, so many. So even if their exhibition, they cannot give the justice or promote one particular industry, foundry industry. That we should do put our own efforts. And
Absolutely.
in my view, we should first create a Cast India brand.
Hmm.
Cast in India with reliability. This kind of slogans or campaign should be
Hmm.
run so which can be noticed by the foreign buyers.
Hmm. So
Then
you mean to say, sir, IIF should do some campaigning for the
yeah,
whole fraternity?
whatever fraternity, wherever there's some group, they have to work on their own.
Hmm.
Because what I am afraid, Chamber of Commerce and other places, whatever inquiries received and circulated to the members,
Hmm.
by that time they become a stale.
Hmm.
Plus, there is no transparency also. In my opinion, we should create a portal or something like that where the buyer himself select the foundries suitable to him
Hmm.
and he will contact and communicate directly. There is
Okay.
no role of association, etc. Association role is to promote the entire industry
Absolutely.
and
Yes.
let them discuss on this thing. See, somebody is running a foundry in Europe or Italy or something.
Hmm.
What would be the situation there? Italy almost closed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in European countries, most of the foundries are like India are
Hmm.
run by the family as a family business, like
Okay.
two, three
Okay.
generations. So for last 10, 15 years, the production cost is so high, they started procuring from China. But now this sentiment has arisen that we should buy from somewhere else. They may look to India.
Hmm.
And we should remember those foundries, small, big, or medium, has a ready clientele there in Italy or in Germany or whatsoever.
Okay.
If
Okay.
we approach them, we can provide you the large variety of the Indian foundries, which you can have a tie-up, joint venture, or procurement. This thing, I think definitely our some of the foundrymen, even medium size, will get the benefit. You understand my point?
Yes. Yes. That is a great idea, sir. That is a great idea,
There
actually.
are no longer any foundries. Hardly I remember any foundries are there.
Yeah.
Who is producing now? In India, we have few options available. Like ferroalloys, we are almost self-sufficient. This
Hmm.
thing, and luckily, we have a neighboring state, Bhutan,
Yes. Yes.
whom India is giving electricity very cheap, just two
Hmm.
rupees per kilo.
Yeah.
Indian
Yeah.
government can bargain or negotiate with them. If we okay, we will give you more electricity, but you produce the ferroalloys and give back to the India.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then new sectors are coming up like Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan,
Hmm.
Mongolia, not Inner Mongolia, which is in China, Mongolia. These are the places where minerals are available and this kind of industries can come up. But in view, see, foundry industry is not going to vanish.
Hmm.
But in India, it will be still there for another 20, 30 years till
Hmm.
the African countries come into the picture.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because like everywhere, our young generation also do not work like to work like this kind of industry.
Hmm.
And finally, for another 20, 30, 40 years, it may go to the African countries. These are, of course, my personal observations.
Hmm.
Anyone can defer to that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Panchal. It was very nice speaking to you. We have touched a lot of subjects like exports, imports, whether to ban Chinese materials or not, or what is the future of foundry industry. And you really gave your frank opinion and very useful and informative tips to the foundry industry. Thank you very much.
In short, it should be the joint effort for the fraternity.
Yeah.
Individual efforts will not fetch any results. That's what.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mr.
Thank you.
Kanagas.
Thank you, Mr. Panchal. Here was Mr. Panchal telling his frank opinions to the industry. As he says, the foundry industry did not get anything from the recently announced package from the Prime Minister stimulus package, but he was very optimistic about the growth of foundry industry and coming back to the track. He says about 1 year will be needed to come back on the track for foundry industry. Secondly, regarding the demand, he says we can export. We can export to the replacement market in the Western countries, not if not to the OEMs. And in general, he was quite optimistic about the foundry industry's future. for at least next 20 to 25 years. Thank you very much.